Hello, my name is Philip Holtz, and my topic for the project prior for the pre-1960s was actually microphones prior to the year 1960. Now, the history of microphones, the first microphone that was actually used as a telephone voice transmitter, and that was created in the year of 1876 by Emily Berliner. And David Hughes created the first carbon microphone in 1878, so just 2 years later, and that model acted as a template for microphones that are currently produced today, which is kind of cool. And the ribbon microphone, as shown below on the left image is more of a diagram of how it works, and the right is an actual picture of a ribbon microphone that was introduced well after the it was introduced right after the radio was invented in 1942, and the earlier versions of microphones actually acted as templates for the newer versions, as mentioned in the previous slide. And for the microphone diversity, prior to the 60s, microphones weren't as diverse and versatile as they were today, as you may have guessed. Today, actually, microphones can come in almost any size, but in the earlier years of microphones, this was not present. This was not present. People weren't as privileged and lucky to have it as we are today. And the older microphone models just weren't as convenient, but people had to do what they had to do, and they had to work around it. They had to just work with what they had. And the design for the recording industry was actually based on the broadcast style. For the recording industry was based off of the broadcast style microphone, excuse me. And most of these mics were low frequency and omnidirectional. Omnidirectional is referring to the pickup pattern, meaning it will pick up 360 degrees all around. There's other pickup patterns like bidirectional, which is 180 degrees and things like that. And one of the first big models was the Neumann Model M49, and this was released in the year of 1950 and was multi-patterned, meaning multi-pickup patterns. There were multiple different models for different uses, like radio and others like that, and it was a good microphone for vocals used, I guess. And the Telefunken U47 was a smooth-sounding condenser microphone, and the condenser mics were sensitive and they had a stronger signal, but they did require a power source, unlike the dynamic microphones, which didn't. And there's my bibliography. And thank you for listening.